Hi everyone, it is week 3 officially in the books and we're here for another Pick'em League update. Kyle, how'd we do?
All right, so results this week. We had 3 teams that had 10 correct picks. However, this was also the first week where the Monday Night Football score was the tiebreaker.
Oh, that's exciting news.
And on that note, the tiebreaker was picked exactly correct by Team On Tackle. They guessed 39 points for the Monday night score, and it was indeed a 39-point total. So they edged out Red Zone Royalty and the Freakin' Beacons to take the Week 3 win.
Nice.
So that leaves the overall standing. That means there's been a shakeup in the overall standing, right? Sacked It was on top for weeks 1 and 2. They are no longer on top. It is now a tie between, again, Team On Tackle and Red Zone Royalty. And they have a total of 28 points.
Just like we said early on, any given Sunday or Monday, as the case may be.
Very true. And with that, there are 7 points that separate the first place teams from the last place teams. So again, it's still anybody's game. Plenty of football left to play. Make some great picks and you can easily shake up the standings.
That is getting a wider divide though. We were like 4 points separating first and last.
It's growing a little bit.
Yeah.
It's growing a little bit.
All right, well.
And
So plenty of time left in the season.
Absolutely, absolutely. But there were absolutely some upsets this week as well. And some of the things driving kind of the differences in those teams. We had the Bills upset the Dolphins. The Bills fall to the Dolphins. The Chiefs fall to the Colts. And the Saints fall to the Panthers.
I think a lot of Bills fans got really excited. Just they're like, maybe you knew something they didn't.
No, unfortunately, I cannot change the scores that have already happened.
Yeah.
But in a way that you can improve your team's scores would be to take a look at some things impacting the league, right? Make sure your team is reviewing injuries that occurred, players that might be out due to injuries, any players that have been suspended due to on or off-field actions, who's fighting with their spouse, right? Could be an impacting factor.
It really could.
And also where the games are being played. Are they at home? Are they away? Or are they going to be playing overseas? This is the first week that we have a London game happening. And that game is going to be the Vikings and the Saints at the Tottenham Spurs Stadium at 9:30 a.m. Sunday morning EST.
It's pretty exciting. So if you want to watch some Sunday morning football and trade out for maybe some breakfast as opposed to wings and chips, although you can have wings and chips for breakfast.
Any time of the day.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll end it with, again, make sure your picks are in before the first game Thursday night. They are due 5 minutes before that game starts.
And if I am correct, we are still perfect for the Pick'em League on-time entries.
Indeed we are. Nobody has forgotten to submit picks yet, and I'm hoping we can keep that streak going all season long.
Selfishly, I'm kind of hoping maybe we don't, depending on who's in first and where my team lies. Just kidding. Get your picks in. It'll be great. Well, Kyle, I'm glad you mentioned injuries. So want to give a big news report. First of all, in the entertainment category, Super Bowl halftime show has been announced, and it's Rihanna. Pretty excited about that. She has declined that offer several times, but the timing is right. So stay tuned for that Rihanna concert with some football played before and after. On the injury report that you mentioned, a couple things. In Chargers news, just because you can play doesn't mean that you should. Justin Herbert, clearly the ribs are still an impact as we saw in the past week's game. However, not as all lost for Chargers fan. You have a little bit of hope. Keenan Allen is expected to return to practice this week, so maybe he can help out and be a contributing factor. For the Giants, very sad news. Wide receiver Sterling Shepard did in fact tear his ACL as the head coach confessed with a season-ending injury. So not great news there. He will be out. Make sure that you factor that in for your picks. And then lastly, your team, Chicago Bears, they did place their wide receiver Byron Pringle, which is just a fun name to say, on the IR due to a calf injury. So those are some factors. You mentioned suspensions. Mike Evans is still out. And as far as we know, Giselle and Tom are still on the outs. So keep that in your hat when making picks Thursday. at least 5 minutes before Thursday night game. One interesting fact, there are only 2 teams left in the undefeated category, and that is, sadly for many people, the Dolphins and the Eagles. So my question to you, Kyle, who would win in a fight, a Dolphin or an Eagle?
You know, tough call. The Eagle's a predator. I guess the Dolphin is too. I don't know. Based on size alone, I'm going to go with Dolphin. Let's say Dolphin.
Sure. I think you can drown an Eagle pretty easily. I don't think an Eagle can pick up a Dolphin pretty easily.
Not tried to drown an eagle, but you know, I'll take your word for it.
And lastly, what everyone's been waiting for, or the moment where you stop playing this video, Brit's Picks. Up this week, I'd like to inform you that Varsity Blues is not just another teen movie. This 1999 classic about the biggest thing to ever happen in Texas, high school football, had everybody who was anybody, Allie Larder, Amy Smart, Rip Paul Walker, and Angelina Jolie's dad plays a very hard-nosed football coach that wants to win at any cost. This is where Dawson famously tells his dad, "I don't want your life," and a high recommend for football entertainment to get you in the mood to make all the picks that you want, and get you psyched for football, whether you're in Texas or not. That's all I had. Anything else? Any last minute motivational speeches, Kyle?
No.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Get your picks in on time, and as always, make good choices.